It was inevitable that in a match of the quality we saw last week, the House of Black prevails. When you honor the house, you honor the sport of fighting, the art of combat. And now we must set our sights on a bigger target, one whose legacy has gone unchallenged. The Motor City Machine Guns, GAW's greatest ever team. The House of Black is coming to usurp you. In just one reign, the House will take your spot. This I can guarantee. Gentlemen, welcome to Friday Night Storm, and welcome back to the GAW Classic. This incredible tournament rolls on. Damian Martinez will be the final man out of Group 2 to make his Classic debut. Will Ospreay and Bandido each have a win. The Amazing Red sitting at the bottom of the group right now at 0-2. We have another Classic match for you as Kofi Kingston becomes the last man in the tournament to enter the fray. He will battle Drew McIntyre. On top of that, we have Aleister Black calling out the Motor City Machine Guns on behalf of the House of Black. Former U.S. champion Ember is back in action as well. Plus, a major announcement regarding the United States Championship. All that and more coming at you tonight.
Bandido ducks the leg. Holy shit.
You notice no Rey Mysterio here today with Bandido. Mysterio is in camp for his fight with Swerve Strickland. More on the line than just pride in that match. Swerve Strickland has requested, or more, I should say, demanded, that Rey Mysterio use his influence to get the GAW Cruiserweight title recognized again should Swerve Strickland beat him in a match. So Mysterio has returned to camp to prepare. That leaves Bandido out here without his mentor, but I think that's okay. Bandido's done pretty well, whether or not Mysterio is in his corner. Bandido coming off a tremendous performance last episode against the Amazing Red, where he started off his GAW Classic with a win. I gotta say, Group 2 is a stacked group. You have the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion Bandido. You have Will Ospreay, who is a world title away from winning the GAW Golden Ring, and you have the Amazing Red, one of the legends of this sport. And oh, by the way, throw in Damian Martinez, one of the strongest men in professional wrestling. There's an argument to be made that this year's Classic Group 2 is the most difficult group we have ever seen in a GAW Classic. The Classic is always loaded because of how few wrestlers there are in it. Look at this, Bandido up to the top, Martinez in position, Bandido with the Hurricane Run off the top. Bandido getting things started fast, center of the ring, cover, no. But you look at Group 2, you have Will Ospreay, who is one world championship away from winning the GAW Golden Ring. You have the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion and former Intercontinental Champion Bandido. You have a legend of the sport and an innovator in the Amazing Red. And on top of all of that, you've got the incredible strength and power of Damian Martinez. This is one of the best GAW Classic groups that I can remember. Bandido going up top once again. Martinez to his feet. Bandido, missile drop kick. He got about 20 feet up in the air. Didn't really matter. Damian Martinez saw it coming all the way. Now Martinez trying to run. Bandido tough enough to stay on his feet. Martinez has to change his game plan, and he does. And into the corner goes Bandido. Martinez will use the strength. Oh, man. Moves straight to the forehead and an unblocked kick straight to the face by Martinez. This is the strength of Damian Martinez taking over here as Bandido had a great start to this match and now backed up into the corner. Now Martinez gets him up on the top. Now it's Damian Martinez. Martinez, what's he gonna do? Martinez, Hurricane Rana from the top. Damian Martinez sees your Hurricane Rana. He will call. Bandido just frees his arm for a kick out. Damian Martinez with the ace in the hole, and now Martinez has him south of heaven attempt countered by Bandido, and now Bandido standing Spanish fly. Unbelievable, Bandido cover, no. This is what the GAW Classic is all about. Now, Bandido, look at the strength to get him up, GTH! Incredible strength from Bandido, and he's not even done. Bandido trying to move Martinez into position, and Martinez able to free himself, just trying to shake off the cobwebs. This is very similar to what we saw from their last meeting. These two did fight for the Intercontinental Championship back in 2021 at Storm Blackout. That was right around Halloween of 2021. That match very similar to this one in terms of game plan. No surprise that we're seeing such an even contest. Now, Martinez, Bandido's in trouble. The rocketing hit on Bandido, and Damian Martinez might have just won this match. Martinez leg hooked, no! Martinez is gonna need more than that. Bandido just a face rush, just gets him right across the jaw. That's enough for the moment. Bandido trying to maneuver him once again into that corner. We know how dangerous Bandido can be. But now it's Damian Martinez, frees himself, and now it's Bandido in the corner, and Martinez using his height advantage. His hips are basically up at Bandido's neck, but Bandido somehow strengths his way out of that and takes Martinez down. Just straight up pushes him down by the chest, and now Irish Whip Martinez into the corner. Bandido trying to work. Martinez fights out of it, and now Bandido takes a clubbing blow to the back, and Martinez has him up on the top rope now. Damian Martinez, what's he thinking? Bandido able to fight off now. Bandido springboard. Bandido, oh my God! Springboard Frankensteiner followed by the frog splash. Bandido, unbelievable. Leg hooked. Bandido, has he done it? No. What a contest, what a match. Bandido, standing Spanish fly. And more coming. It's not over yet. Bandido, now Martinez up on the top, and Bandido, he's gonna go meet him there. He's not thinking Hurricane Rana. Avalanche, fall away slam. Bandido, leg hooked. No, my, what are you saying? No, we are not worthy of a match like this. This is the GAW Classic Shooting Star Press. What more can Bandido do right now? Martinez has survived everything, but you gotta believe if you're Bandido that there's something else you can do. I can't exactly say what that might be. Out of the corner, Bandido, big time overhand. Bandido, Escalera into the arm drag. And Bandido starting to get things rolling here. Gotta push up the pace. And you gotta respect that Bandido fighting past the fact that Martinez has kicked out of the Avalanche moonsault. Now Bandido Going deep into the bag with a bow and arrow stretch. Bandido just trying to stretch the neck, and he has done it. Damian Martinez is forced to tap out, and Bandido has won an instant classic in the GAW Classic. We have seen some of the best matches across GAW in this tournament. Of course, I think everybody remembers 2 years ago when it was Drew McIntyre and Aleister Black fighting in the Group A finals. A match that went to a draw, was immediately restarted, and ended up going about 17 minutes. Aleister Black used that to catapult himself into being the world champion. Could we be seeing the same story right now for Bandido?
Casey, every bitch that's come in front of me, I've put down multiple times. Well, you're no different. I want you to prove how big of a champion you are. I want you to prove how great you are, and that you can go up against the Queen next week. Iron Woman match, Casey.
I'm on my own against the world. The pressure's getting bad, I will never fall. They say the time, they hear me roar. And know I say that I'm way better than before. I never needed you at all.
Charlotte Flair has thrown down the challenge to the world champion Casey Catanzaro. And it's not enough to just challenge, apparently, if you're Charlotte Flair. You gotta make a statement as well. You gotta make the physical attack. But I guess that's something we should be used to at this point with Flair. I would imagine that Casey Catanzaro would not back away from a challenge like that, nor should she. If I were Catanzaro, I would like to see Charlotte Flair put in her place.
Destination dispatching.
We've seen Ember Moon really take the future seriously here. We've seen her take herself much more seriously, I think, because of how she lost to Sonya Deville. And I think in Moon's mind, she was not, I guess, enough of a killer to deal with someone like Sonya Deville, and it ended up hurting her. And I think we've seen that change in Ember Moon. We've seen her on Dark. She's been aggressive. She's gone on the attack more than she was even as the US champion. Moon is trying to make some changes here. Let's see if it's worked. Well, the fans are behind Ember Moon here. I think a lot of it, the fans are behind Belair, rather, and I think a lot of it is because I think that, I don't know the best way to describe this, but the thing about Ember Moon is that I think fans were a little frustrated by the whole US Championship situation that surrounded Ember Moon, and the fact that she wasn't able to get it done in an MMA rules match, which, you know, it's not her fault. And Sonya Deville is just an incredible fighter. There's nothing Ember Moon can do about it. Bianca Belair was tantalizingly close to the United States Championship as well, but unfortunately she became the first victim of Lacey Evans in GAW. Moon rolls up, and Moon catches Belair with a big drop kick. Belair trying to come back in for the attack. Moon. Fall away slam. And a big one too, Ember Moon. Moon sent her a long way. Follows up. Boot takes her down. And now Moon, we're seeing some of that aggression that I talked about, something that she's added to her game, and it's definitely something that Moon has improved with. Beautiful spine buster from Ember Moon, and she's not done. Moon, beautiful job. Moon caught her. Boot right to the jaw of Belair. Moon cover, no. Boy, she caught Bianca Belair square in the jaw with that boot. I'm shocked that Belair was able to kick out of that, but now Moon going up top. Moon eclipse. Ember Moon hits it, and Moon is gonna go back up top. Moon is going back. Belair to her feet, and Moon going for it again. Moon eclipse again. 2 in a row, and as we know, you only need one. Ember Moon, the eclipse is deadly, but she decided to go for 2 against Bianca Belair. You can't fault Moon for wanting to be safe in this scenario, but like I said, this is the aggression that Moon has started to show over the last number of weeks. This is not something that we would have seen from her before. But Ember Moon, she's changing her game. We gotta give her that. We gotta go backstage now. We've got a camera with exclusive footage back there. I believe that's Roderick Strong. It is Roddy Strong, and it's Tyler Bate of Mustache Mountain. Strong, undoubtedly representing the black and gold at this point. Strong is destroying Tyler Bate. And we have another camera elsewhere backstage. Cameramen are all over the place. That's Phantasma. Phantasma on Trent 7. Another coordinated black and gold assault on Mustache Mountain. GAW Classic rolls on, and unfortunately, the black and gold still making themselves known around here on Storm. It's just disappointing to see what's happened to the black and gold, and not that I expected that much better from Adam Cole, but at the very least, Cole had earned the world championship, but now he's earning nothing but scorn and disgrace to himself and his group. I can't say much more than that, unfortunately. We'll be tracking the situation with the black and gold as it develops here on Storm, but the GAW Classic must roll on. We saw Bandido pick up his second win in an incredible match earlier against Damian Martinez. Well, Drew McIntyre is going to try to do the exact same thing as he takes on the final man to come in for his first classic match. It is Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston has been involved in so many other projects, it's a wonder that he is still wrestling. He's been traveling back and forth to his native African continent. He's been all over the continent, helping with philanthropic efforts. It's an incredible way to spend your time, and Kofi Kingston very passionate about that. On top of that, he's been coaching in the GAW Academy. How this guy has time to train at all, I don't know. But I'll tell you what, I know he is absolutely ready to face down Drew McIntyre. And that is not something that most people can say. Phenomenal defense from McIntyre to start things off in a Glasgow kiss. That is William Regal wrestling right there. That's something that William Regal undoubtedly has helped McIntyre do. He's helped McIntyre learn. You can see the William Regal influence on Drew McIntyre. McIntyre now, oh, Kingston! Beautiful kick from Kingston, caught McIntyre, but McIntyre turns right around. And again, more defense from McIntyre. Kingston taken to the skies, and that time, he did catch McIntyre. McIntyre's defense was phenomenal. But on that occasion, Kofi Kingston's athleticism, just too much. Kingston, first cover, trying to go for his first win. As we said in the history of the GAW Classic, winning your first match is almost essential. Kingston would be in a big-time hole if he loses here. That being said, McIntyre did win his first match. Kingston could throw Group A into complete chaos here with a win. Anthony Ogogo has also started 1-0 by beating Marcel Barthel yesterday. Kingston going in, McIntyre with the neck breaker. Kingston was trying to go for a big drop kick in the corner, I believe, but McIntyre fires out neck breaker, cover, 1 count. Kingston trying to make his way to his feet. McIntyre lays him out right hand and more. McIntyre, the strength of Drew McIntyre. And now McIntyre going up top. Kingston's right hand avoided by McIntyre, drops the double axe. More coming. McIntyre with the Claymore. Short run up from Drew McIntyre isn't enough. He hasn't been using it very much. Kingston kicks out. And that has been one of the issues with McIntyre. It's an issue that he's really fixed throughout this season. He has not been relying so much on the Claymore, and you can see that on this occasion, even William Regal was not so much expecting the Claymore to get the job done, and McIntyre clearly has a lot more to give. McIntyre very clearly had more. McIntyre cover, McIntyre no. Straight back into the ground and pound goes Drew McIntyre. Kingston has just been taken to the woodshed by the incredible strength of Drew McIntyre, and now the Scotsman from the top, trying to drop the axe again, and this time beautiful takedown on Kingston. McIntyre, he's caught the leg, and McIntyre, I thought the No True Scotsman was in the works, but no, instead, it's the Dr. Bomb. A massive one at that. Kingston pulling around, beautiful DDT. Unbelievable job, but now Kingston, oh! I thought William Regal had distracted him. Kofi Kingston, trouble in paradise, no! And I say it again, welcome to the GAW Classic. Kingston, boom, drop right across the abdomen of Drew McIntyre. And maybe another trouble in paradise. Kofi Kingston, surely this time, surely no. I can't believe what I'm watching. Kingston now, camel clutch, Kingston just right across the face. I think this is more out of frustration than anything, and I think this is born out of Kingston not being in perfect match shape, as I said. Hasn't been in a lot of matches so far this year, and I think that's weighing on him. McIntyre's caught. A massive mushroom stomp from Kingston, but McIntyre back onto the offensive and caught again. Kingston, vertical suplex and McIntyre. Knee right to the top of the head. Now, McIntyre DDT. Drew McIntyre turns the tables and McIntyre has the leg. McIntyre, has he done it? No. Kingston back up, McIntyre gets him up onto the shoulders. Kingston comes down to the other side. Beautiful job into the jawbreaker. And now Kingston drops the knee. That's on the jaw. Kofi Kingston, still more coming, and Kingston gonna try this again. Camel clutch. He's got the face, and now Kingston this time wrenches it back even further. Drew McIntyre able to break out of it. And Kingston has to try something else. Kingston coming off the ropes, and he's caught. Claymore! McIntyre pops up. Claymore from Drew McIntyre catches Kofi Kingston. McIntyre wins. Unbelievable. Wow. Drew McIntyre, what a performance, what a win. That is the GAW Classic. That's why we do this, and that's why we love this tournament. So much more to come from the Classic, and still a main event to come. But first we have this to announce. It will be the Cruiserweight Championship, unofficially or officially, I don't know, on the line next week. Swerve Strickland versus Rey Mysterio. But that's not all. A special announcement that I promised regarding the United States Championship. The new champion, Lacey Evans, begins the U.S. title barnstorm starting next week. Evans will put the title on the line. Let's hear from the new champ. I wake up and go to sleep thinking about representing my family and my country. I never thought in 100 lifetimes that I would be able to actually put a title around my waist that could represent the country I love. And what makes the United States of America special is that you can go to every town and every city in every state around this country and you'll find something unique, something special that you couldn't find anywhere else. Well, that goes for professional wrestling. And it will be my pleasure to find the best wrestlers in every city. And I can give them the biggest stage to showcase themselves. It's my way of giving back to the sport that gave me my new life. And it's my way of giving back to the country that has given me everything. This is the American dream that we all live for. And this is the U.S. title barnstorm. This is a bit of an impromptu main event here. I wasn't told the matchup, but apparently it's a tag team match. The Usos, the former tag team champions, are out. I mean, look, I don't think anyone's ever going to complain about watching the Usos in a tag team match. But I don't know what the matchup is. The Motor City Machine Guns are back! Alex Shelley had his leg destroyed by Brock Lesnar last season, and now it's MCMG. Unbelievable! Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, the former Intercontinental Champion, the most legendary team in GAW, I think. Wow. What a main event. Here we go, folks. They were called out by Aleister Black to start the show, and apparently they were listening. Sabin with the air raid crash, and immediately it's MCMG with the hot start. Uso kicks out, Sabin straight back on top. And now, I think everyone's gonna be waiting for Alex Shelley making his return. When you talk about Motor City Machine Guns, you talk about their incredible influence across general admission wrestling. I mean, this is very much, these are two teams that have defined eras of tag team wrestling in GAW. You look at the Usos, and since we've come on YouTube, no team has been more successful than the Usos. 2 separate title reigns, 8 combined defenses over 500 days as champions. Since we've been on YouTube, the Usos have absolutely defined tag team wrestling here in GAW over the last 2.5 years, but before them, it was the Motor City Machine Guns who defined tag team wrestling in the early stages of GAW. The Machine, oh my God, Chris Sabin has come out with something to prove here against the Usos, and boy is he. The Motor City Machine Guns captured their first tag team titles in 2008 in Seattle by defeating another of the legendary tag teams in pro wrestling. Beautiful Samoan drop. They defeated the Steiner brothers in Seattle. Their first reign was almost a year long. They made 6 successful defenses. After that, they went on to have 3 more reigns as tag team champions. Won the titles on Christmas in 2010, once again from the Steiner brothers. Then they won them on the first Nitro in 2012, once again from the Steiner brothers for their 3rd reign, and then their 4th reign in 2012. MCMG across 4 reigns. It's tied for the most ever for a tag team in GAW. They've combined for over a dozen title defenses and over 700 days as champions. MCMG, this is a special team, a team that has defined tag team wrestling. Oh my God. Uso flying over the top, and I think normally fans would be going nuts. Unfortunately, it's Motor City Machine Guns, so you're not going to be getting a lot of love if you are the Usos. Sorry. But I think they knew that coming in. Look at this. first time that Sabin has really been on the back foot, and that didn't last long. Jimmy Uso unable to get much going here against Chris Sabin. When Sabin is performing like this, when the Motor City Machine Guns are performing like this, there's just not a lot you can do. That is the unfortunate reality of the Motor City Machine Guns. They are as tough as they come. And if the House of Black was serious about MCMG coming in fighting for the titles, it would be the first time in almost 10 years. Sabin, what's he doing? Sabin, oh my God! Sabin with the swanton over the post to the outside. Unreal. Sabin rolls through with the kick. The last time the Motor City Machine Guns challenged for the Tag Team Championships, June of 2013 on an episode of Storm. It would be history. If MCMG steps in the ring again for the Tag Team Championships. Chris Sabin, look, do we even need Alex Shelley in this match? Chris Sabin has been unreal, what a performance. Uso just having to fight up off his feet. He's got to do something here. Retreating away from Chris Sabin. Uso back out, Sabin jumping right back on the attack. Uso throws on the brakes and Sabin getting back in the ring. Uso, will he follow? Sabin back outside. Uso coming back. Sabin caught into a spine buster. Jimmy Uso just trying to get something going here. Right in front of Alex Shelley, Sabin shaking it off. Uso coming back out. Sabin jumps right back on the attack and a rolling soul butt. Sabin catches him. Cross leg driver. I think that Jimmy Uso should stop trying to get the advantage on the outside. Chris Sabin has been unbeatable out here. And Sabin, oh my God, he's going for it again. Sabin, this time, Uso was ready for it. And now, he throws Sabin back into the ring, and Chris Sabin will tag in. Here comes Alex Shelley. And Shelley seeing his first GAW action since having his leg broken by Brock Lesnar last season. Uso has to fight up off of his back. He does. Uso needs the tag in, and Jey Uso will oblige. Shelley back up onto his feet, and now it's the freshest man in the match. Jey Uso throws Shelley to the outside. More damage on the outside, at least more attempted damage on the outside. But once again, it's not working for the Usos. Alex Shelley this time. All over. Oh, jeez. Alex Shelley with a huge kick on the outside. This is Motor City Machine Gun Wrestling. How about that? Welcome back to the fold, MCMG. Shelley again. Backs Uso up. More coming. Shelley on the shoulders, drops Uso straight down onto the hard apron. Back up Shelley. Back into the ring. Uso could be in trouble, and Alex Shelley will toss him back in himself. The Usos need some support here, and Jey trying to fight through to get the tag in. Alex Shelley will not let him. Talk about MCMG wrestling. Uso fights up off his back. Shelley taken down. Here comes the tag to a bloodied Jimmy Uso. But he comes in. Shelley too quick for him. Uso caught Shelley on the roll through. And now Uso vertical suplex. Shelley comes down to the other side in a German. Alex Shelley now into the cover. First one in a long, long time. And Jey Uso is there, but Chris Sabin first on the scene, jettisons him, and now Alex Shelley working one-on-one, splash from the middle rope. Uso out of the way just in time. Shelley to his feet. Shelley, right hand, here comes the combination. Alex Shelley takes him down. Shelley looks fantastic. You would not know he hasn't been able to wrestle for over a year now as Sabin going after Uso on the outside. He's got the arm. Shelley taken down, back inside by Jimmy Uso. Now back onto his feet. Uso super kick straight to the gut as Chris Sabin has Jey on the outside and a huge knee. And now Jimmy Uso on top. Uso splash, and Alex Shelley's in trouble. Sabin still going down on the outside. Shelley kicks out. The fans loving MCMG's return as Alex Shelley getting the better of Uso on the inside. Beautiful takedown. Chris Sabin back onto the apron, and now Alex Shelley's sliced bread attempt, I believe it was, countered by Uso. Now his left leg caught by Shelley, and Jey Uso returns to the apron as Alex Shelley taking Jimmy back into unfriendly territory. Sabin waiting there, but Alex Shelley won't need him. Shelley with a senton. Tag in, here comes Sabin. Uso is down, and Chris Sabin has something on his mind. Sabin gets him up onto the shoulder. Sabin, cradle shot. Chris Sabin, high stack cover. Shelley to play defense, and he's not in time. Just barely. Jey Uso ducks the right hand from Chris Sabin. Now Uso neck breaker. And he's even things out. Referee chastising. Uso has to get out, and he does. Jimmy up to his feet, and now Jimmy into the cover off the neck breaker. Smart there from Jimmy Uso, and Alex Shelley trying to go after Jey. Jimmy going after Alex Shelley. Chris Sabin back behind him as Jimmy Uso power bomb on Shelley, but Sabin tees off on Jimmy Uso as he came down. Shelley with the sacrifice as Chris Sabin has him up. Sabin with the Death Valley driver, standing shooting star press. Uso got the knees up. And now Sabin, 2-on-1, could be in trouble here. Uso had the arm. Sabin, huge right, cracks him across the jaw. Sabalizer from Chris Sabin, caught him. Sabin got him. No! How was that not enough? Now Sabin has the arm, and he's cracked across the jaw. Uso with a big right up top. Sabin into the bulldog. Uso needs the tag. Here comes Jey. Sabin turns him right around, and now Chris Sabin legs crossed into the cradle shot. Chris Sabin has him. Sabin, no! I don't believe it. Sabin still going. Power bomb. And Uso able to fight out of it. Comes down to the other side. Right hand caught Sabin on the jaw. And now, cover. Jey Uso just trying to do something here. Alex Shelley's back into the ring. He's taken up, thrown out, but Sabin was right behind, ready to go for Uso, and now Sabin again, cradle shot again, out of the suplex position, no! Somehow Uso is still fighting, but Chris Sabin blasts him, knife edge chop. Uso trying to get himself involved, and Sabin backs him into the corner. Sabin and Shelley, the communication has been phenomenal, but Sabin's right hand ducked by Uso, and now Uso again. Jimmy Uso winding up, super kick to Sabin. Uso, cover, Uso has him, no! Sabin with the kick out, and Sabin right back onto his feet. Sabin! Sabin, how is he doing this? Sabin has him up, Sabin! Cradle shot again, and surely this is the one. Surely it is the Motor City Machine Guns. Wow. What a return for MCMG. That was unbelievable. This is what GAW is all about. What a tag match, what a night. Folks, thank you so much for joining us here on Storm. Evolution returns for you next week. We are hurtling towards Nitro 12. You do not want to miss a second. Make sure you're catching all of our recaps over on GeneralAdmissionWrestling.com. We appreciate you.